Welcome back, everyone. I'm Frost, joined with Havoc here.
How you doing?
Welcome to Static Shift, and we're going to try to keep it on the rails tonight. Try. Topic of discussion is Civil War. How close are we? Or is it just a collapse? You know, just another...
Just a reshuffling?
Yeah, reshuffling of the cards here. We would love audience participation.
100%.
So everyone in chat, feel free to give us your take, give us your thoughts, input, whatever. Jimmy Johnson's here. The Swiller is here. The Swiller says, please share the stream. Thank you.
Yes, for sure.
Click all the buttons and do all the things that help us out.
all of the things that you can.
Just do all of them at the same time. If you do them all at the same time, you get extra credit, and it super helps the channel. Jeff, welcome in, Jeff. Jeff says, evening. Jeanette's here. Welcome in, Jeanette. Fried potatoes. Hey, fried potatoes, big shout out.
Yeah.
Gave like 10 or more memberships, gifted subs to the channel like not too long ago. So thank you so much. Huge shout out. What a legend. Fried potatoes. Thank you so much. I'm glad we're wearing sunglasses.
It's super bright in here tonight.
This is Studio Midnight, everyone, but it's
today it's kind of like more like Studio Noon.
Yeah. If I was a vampire, Studio Midnight coffin area would be I would be melting, right? Without the sunglasses. We got Deanna Smith, Callie Cat. Jeanette said, I shared on Land's Discord. Hey, thank you so much.
Nice.
Land Speculation, everyone. Go watch it. Go subscribe. He's got great stuff, great commentary. Last night, I think it was last night, maybe the night before, I have my last few nights kind of all rolled into one.
Right.
He was doing a walk around DC and talking about all the different things. Just love that channel. He goes live generally like when I'm just resting for the night, getting in bed, falling asleep on the couch. Great stuff, great commentary. So huge shout out to Land Speculation over there. Callie Cat said, I lizard all the buttons. Thank you so much. Just slide your hands all around the keyboard there. As long as it's not
lizard people, all the buttons.
Yeah, definitely. So we're just going to go over some basic news right now, and then we'll get into kind of our main topic of conversation. We're going to do our best. I mean, we're both kind of squirrels.
Trying to put parameters on me is not the easiest thing.
We're on day ? Of the government shutdown, obviously.
7 or 8.
But
somewhere. What day is it?
Right? There's so many things that happen every day. We're living in unprecedented times every single day. Holy smokes.
Can you imagine?
I still had to work today. Government shutdown.
Right. Can you imagine what it was like back in the day where it was like, tonight at 7, news, like just like nothing, you know, it was just like you get your weather, like, oh, they used to do a thing on the radio and it was like this day in like 100 years ago. And it was like, Tommy Tuberville went to, you know, Brownsville today to visit family. And you're like, okay.
And over in the senior care facility, they're having apple pie.
Yes.
So hop on by.
Right. And I'm like, that was great.
Yeah, right?
Because now it's like...
And Sharon's birthday today. Shout out Sharon. Yeah.
It's just constant bombardment of horrible things.
And the spy devices don't help, right? No. I mean, we're littered with them. I'll be sitting there enjoying a nice family conversation, and I don't usually have my phone on, like, say, during dinner or whatever. But my watch, it's like, ding! Chicago mayor threatens Trump. Like, I mean, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And now
that's why you just go with G-Shock.
G-Shock. I mean, you had it right all along. You got one in every color.
I do. Well, they're tough.
Just Stout, welcome in.
Also on here, is anybody in here from Portland? I want an actual boots on the ground report of what's going on because I don't trust either side right now.
So yeah, tonight we are going to talk about everything from a mostly neutral ground. We're going to give our opinions on either side.
Yeah, totally.
But things are kind of not great right now.
Things are wild.
I mean, if you look at it from the world perspective, the world stage, things are kind of not great.
Right.
Wouldn't give it a great review. Pass. Let's just get to 2026.
Its Yelp is not good.
Planetary view, we got the comets.
Right.
World view, we have China, Taiwan, Israel,
Russia,
Hamas, Ukraine, Russia. We're going to get to that here in a second. Hopefully, Israel, Hamas have some kind of peace deal.
Supposedly.
While missiles are in the air during the peace deal.
We'll see what happens.
We have, don't forget, Venezuela.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Venezuela, Colombia came out and said, hey, one of those boats that you blew up, the president of Colombia actually said, hey, that was our boat, and that was civilians.
Drug runners are civilians.
Right.
It's not like they get a badge that says drug runner.
Right.
They're put into some fancy club.
Ooh, Cali Cat says, can you explain plenary?
Ooh, the power.
Okay, so
all the power.
We're going to get to that. And
it's actually on the list of things.
Yeah, it is. Right here on my list of things to talk about. We have a list tonight, folks. Can you believe it?
So we're really trying.
Yeah. I'll talk about my mess up with that whole plenary thing. I can't even say it right tonight. Again, I just had Taco John's right before I decided to go live. Again, it was so good. That's my Thursday night thing.
Should be like a piece of salmon and a salad or something, just so that when you roll in here, you're not like,
or just eat afterwards or have a protein shake or something.
There you go.
Got on the ice for the first time in a long time today.
Nice.
Played a little hockey game this morning at 5:45 in the morning or whatever.
No.
And my alarm went off at 5:05, and I'm like, why do I have an alarm set?
Oh, yeah.
Hockey.
I mean, I get up at 5 usually, or I try to, or at least I snooze for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Past 5, but then get up, work out, do some stuff, try and get the day rolling before the day's rolling.
I can snooze in my sleep. It's not good. Not good.
You got to put it across a room.
Yeah, I probably should. Then I can't TikTok right before bed.
No blue light before bed.
No blue light before bed. Okay, where were we? We scrolled out for a second. Okay, so we were talking about the government shutdown. We talked about Colombia. Ukraine is possibly getting Tomahawk missiles given to them by the United States government.
How are we not involved?
Because
when it's all our stuff.
Because Trump is kind of like, hey, Putin, friends off. Hashtag, sorry.
Yeah, for now.
Friends off. We just rolled out the red carpet for you, but now, we're friends off.
Right.
We're frenemies.
Frenemies, yeah. Come on over, have some coffee, maybe a couple of martinis, and then in a couple of months, here's some missiles.
Tim Harkness says sharks are all jacked up over
cocaine shark.
Yeah, right. I heard we had another ship movement sailing down there pretty fast. Not confirmed on that. So if anyone knows more on that, please give us a shout out in chat. All right, let's just jump right into this. What the screen shifted there? Could have been the aliens.
Yeah, probably. R2 Swan.
R2 Swan. Yep. I mean, R2 Swan. We're what? A week, 2 weeks away?
It's 2 weeks.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the Insurrection Act. That's kind of in the news already.
Again.
Trump's like, hey, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll press the button.
Make me turn this around.
What could actually happen with that? He could federalize the National Guard.
Yep.
Already done it. So what does this actually do?
Here's the part that drives me crazy. And it doesn't matter what side, right? The fact that they're like, oh, you can't send the National Guard in to U.S. cities. It's unprecedented. It's never happened. 1957 in September. They sent them to a high school. And it wasn't just like some National Guard type people, weekend warrior type stuff. It was 101st Airborne for Brown v. Board of Education. When they took segregation out of schools. There were some schools that were like, no, man, we're not going to follow that. They're like, and it was Eisenhower that did it. And they've done it multiple times since. So this is not unprecedented.
Right.
This is not, we've got a dictator and he'll do what he wants. It's like, everybody's done this if the need is there.
So my argument, I'm not really objecting to that, but my argument would be, because I don't know a whole lot about that, did the governor request that or was okay with that right now? Because we have 2 or 3 governors right now. We have California, we have Oregon, and we have Illinois and Chicago, right? The mayor, who have all said, we don't want your help here. Don't send us the troops.
Right.
We have our own National Guard.
Right.
But you're invading us from Texas with your National Guard.
Right.
Says the Chicago mayor, paraphrasing. Very interesting stuff, very interesting times. And we're coming at this in a sense of what the heck? During the government shutdown, it's just all stacking up. The dominoes don't look good. They're tipping.
Right.
I did a poll question earlier on the 24/7 stream, and the last time I looked at it, it was, do you think that Civil War, or like, how close is it? And most people said, some people said, we're already there. A few of you. The majority said it's critical. Like, we're really close. Yeah, we're 2 minutes to midnight.
Right.
Some people said we're already in it. And then a good number of you said it's not a risk, not a risk factor. So those were the 2 biggest ones, was it's critical and it's not a factor, not a risk factor, or not a threat.
I need more definition, because I think in some places we're already there.
Yeah.
On a national level, like the last Civil War that we had, no,
we're
not there. But there's stuff going on, supposedly. Again, I don't trust anything anymore that I see. Any MSM, anything, I don't pay attention to, because Portland is absolutely a raging nightmare. People protesting all night long, every night for 100 days. And then other people are like, that's 1 square block.
And really, so I used to live outside of Portland in a little, Gresham, outside of Portland. Used to go down to downtown of Portland all the time.
Right.
Much different city then.
Oh, big time.
I mean, it was all like mostly friendly. I mean, of course, there's crime. It's a big city. It's a very large city, downtown Portland. But I would say, from what I've seen in Portland, those dance festivals and stuff like that,
that's right,
and people wearing costumes are around the ICE facility.
Right.
I've actually never, I don't think I've been in that area, so I can't say for sure. But from what I've seen, most of the cameras and the MSM media cameras are in that block.
Right.
During that dance
so
party.
That's the thing, is you're like, it's portrayed as the whole city, yet it's 1 block.
Now, sorry, Portland. I will say I go out almost every year to the coast. This year was better, but 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was really bad.
Sketchy.
Of course, they have a huge homeless situation going on. But just downtown, we went to OMSI. There's a submarine you can go to there.
Yeah.
And beautiful museum and stuff like that. But on your way there, it's kind of sketch. Also, I say that coming from a small town in Wyoming. So,
right.
But I used to live there. But lovely place. And that's where I'm kind of split. Chicago. Crime-ridden.
Absolutely.
You know there's people that shouldn't be here in this country. that are also very violent. And that's where I'm like, yeah, get them out of the country.
Yeah. If you broke the law to get in here, you're going to break the law while you're here.
Not just people that are here. And I'm not saying that's right either. They're not just here illegally. These people are like
super illegally.
Super illegally.
Double illegally.
Double do not pass go, straight to jail, illegal.
Right.
They are violent individuals who
Bad
have
people.
Records, rap sheets.
Oh man.
Catch
and they continue to
release.
do it.
Yeah. So yeah, get those people out of here. I'm totally down for that. What needs to stop, and it's so hard. We talked about AI last week. You see all these videos now. I believe it was Chicago. Tell me if I'm wrong, crew. 2 Black Hawk helicopters come in the night. They fast rope down, Rainbow Six style. They go down and they raid the building. Almost everyone, supposedly, I need to fact check this. Almost everyone gets on the knees,
hauled out, zip tied,
including Americans, which that pisses me off,
right,
big time. And then seeing little kids and stuff, I don't care. Like, I know, like when SWAT goes in or whatever, everyone gets zip tied.
Right.
I understand that safety for our troops, safety for our teams, safety for our police, and all that. But when you see little kids getting zip tied, but now you don't know. Like I'm really good with visuals and graphics. Sora 2 is fooling me.
There's so many videos out there right now where you're like, I'm not going to trust this. It could be 100% real, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, is it?
So I was scrolling today at lunch, and I was like, oh, there's Mr. Rogers and Tupac. Wait a minute. Something's not right about this.
It was fine.
Yeah.
They were besties.
Don says, I heard they got 24 illegals in that raid and 200 officers. Holy smokes.
I heard that they pulled out, and correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of MS-13, and I mean like some real bad folks. So in a situation like that, though, you don't know. You know, is the 12-year-old a gang member that's going to pull a gun too? So like,
I mean, it's Chicago. I would say, I mean, I've been to Chicago for work a few times. It's weird because it goes from like $1 million mansions to really sketch neighborhoods a block away back to $1 million mansions.
And they won't cross the streets.
Yeah.
Like it just stays in one spot, it seems like.
But I mean, Chicago, love you. Great food, great atmosphere. Some parts are very sketch.
Very sketch. I've been to them on a bad drive home from Comiskey seeing the White Sox play.
I was driving south and I had to go through Gary, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And my coworker was like, hey, where are we at? And I was like, Gary, Indiana. And he's like, I don't care. You're going to run all the next stoplights and stop signs. We should not have got off here. I was like, I was getting kind of hungry. He's like, no, this is not the place.
Yeah, this is not the
and
food joint.
we're seeing like Cadillacs outside of rundown houses that like were abandoned and stuff like that. And I'm like, this looks like...
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Yeah, this looks like a...
Grand Theft Auto game?
Oh, yeah. A music video or something. It was wild. And there's like roving people. And this was 6 years ago. There's people, it's like 20 people walking down the middle of the street. Yes. And I was like, we're getting out of here.
Like Brazil, for instance, right? You can't drive from, Sao Paulo to Rio, let's say, because the highways have been taken over by gangs. Like, they can't keep their highways safe.
Right.
How far away are we from that? I don't know. But it seems like if we're not on the brink of civil war, it's definitely on the horizon.
So, one thing I don't like, and don't get me wrong, I support our president, almost whoever. So let me just put that out there. When you're labeling all Democrats the problem on national news. It's like we need to get rid of them.
Right.
Also paraphrasing, that turns into a problem for me. We need two parties. We need checks and balances.
Yes.
One thing that does worry me right now, and we're going to get to that comment that Trump's
plenary power.
Yeah, plenary power is that said, it's just wild right now how both sides are so divisive, like decisive.
It's extremes. And I
It's
have
so extreme.
I have a conversation with a good friend of mine who is completely on the opposite side of me. And I'm like, look, if you talk to most people, and I think like the vast majority, not like 51%, more like 80, 90%, most people are here.
I think,
right of center, left of center.
Yeah,
right?
I would say 80, 90% of people are in the middle.
In the middle somewhere.
And they're just like, calm down.
But
the loud people are on the right.
Yeah. And they're out on the edges, and that's all we're hearing. You're this, you're that. No, you're this, you're that. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not any of those things.
Right.
Like,
and the keyboard warriors
man,
make it worse, which half are probably bots by now, or at least more than half are probably just bots. Like China's like, let's turn up the
crank up the
the tension on TikTok or YouTube or whatever you're watching.
Don't let the wire snap yet.
Yes.
But just get it really taut.
Man, I've said it almost every broadcast. We are ripe for outside influence right now and a powder keg. And you know time. Other people
they know that.
Are all about this. I mean, we're getting indicators of IRGC, Venezuelan is hiring gangs and people that are already here to do these bad things. They say.
And that'll kick it off. Probably for sure.
Oh my gosh. Like,
can you imagine?
On either side right now, a protest. The other night on this stream, I went through this just really quickly, and I'll go through it quickly again. Right now is a great time to be, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, be a gray man. Right. Be the guy that's just going through, hey, how are you? I'll talk about politics at home or with me and you in a closed room. I don't know. I think
it depends on where you are, though.
The risk and reward,
you know,
it's not there right now.
Some of the stuff that I say, if I said it in other places, oh man,
yeah,
I would be in big trouble. But around here, it's like everybody kind of knows who you are and what you're about, and so you can't. I can't be a gray man here.
Yeah,
there's no way.
That's true.
But when we travel, for sure.
Yeah.
Just fly under the radar, do my thing. Really don't want to be noticed by anybody.
Yep, exactly. Bumper stickers on your car. I mean, right now, we're pretty lucky. We live in a smaller town. But people that live in the bigger cities, either way, I'm not telling you what to do, how to live your life, be left, right, up, or down, but stickers on your car, all that stuff. Like, your car's going to get smashed.
Or just even driving a Tesla.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, risky.
Tesla's hated on both sides right now.
I know. Which I went from the love child of the left, because everything's got to be green and EV, to the love child of the right, because Elon.
Yeah, right.
To now nobody likes it.
How is he doing, and who is he supporting? And is he going to run for office, or is he going to sway the next midterm election?
Man, I don't know.
Are him and Trump friends again?
Yeah, they were. Where were they? They were just like a game or something. No, I don't know. They were somewhere, and they seemed friendly. Good. Again, though, it's a
Putin's
show.
Getting a little jealous right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's always pay attention to the show. Don't pay attention to what we're doing. Pay attention to the show.
So, Insurrection Act, bringing us back. What's the worst? I shouldn't say the worst thing that could happen. What does that actually change right now? We still have to go to work. We still have to pay our bills. To get the federalize the National Guard, already happening. I don't think it changes a whole lot.
I guess I just don't see the need necessarily. And really, I mean, we can kind of talk about this last week a little bit, but, clean your own house first. Here's part of the problem. This is what leads to civil war, right? Is when a country doesn't have a common thread through it, right? So it used to be patriotism, nationalism, like we are Americans. Now you get this attitude of like, well, I don't care what they do in Chicago. I'm not going. I don't have to live there. So what?
Right.
If they want to send the National Guard in, great. If Pritzker doesn't want them there, great. I don't care. But I do. But most people don't.
Right.
And that's what ends up leading to civil war is when you are disassociated from a lot of people around you.
You're walking around like...
Right. I mean, prime example, Southern California, Southern Florida, right? What do they have in common? Well, there's water. It's nice weather.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they couldn't be, literally left and right.
I will say some of the areas in California that once you get outside the city turn
Ventura.
a little bit more normal. Yeah.
Ventura, they call it Ventucky because we went to a 4th of July Day parade there and it was all Trump and MAGA stuff.
Okay.
And I'm like, that was unexpected.
You're like, I'm in California?
I'm like, weird. But when you disassociate so much from the rest of the people in your country, you almost, like if a war broke out between Nevada and California, would you care? Sure. You'd be like, there's a war. Holy criminy in our own country. But at the same time, that's really far away.
Yeah.
They're doing their own thing. I mean, it happens in other countries all the time. There's civil wars that have been going on for hundreds of years.
I personally struggle because I'm more about humans, human race, right?
That's the
We're
thing.
all on the same rock. The whole like imaginary borders thing, I get it. I do get it. Some fish don't get along in the same bowl.
Right.
Happens.
Sure.
Whatever. The Americans versus Americans, I don't get it. I don't get it.
No.
I can have completely different views with someone else. Sit down, talk about those views, disagree, and then go watch the game.
Right. But there's so many people that can't.
Cannot. But that's the problem. We treat politics now in 2025 like it's the Raiders versus the Packers.
100%.
Or whatever. I'm not huge into football. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's true. It's
like your team sucks, my team's the best.
We got to beat them.
And be like that with sports, but rooting for your favorite politician,
it seems weird.
It's weird to me. Like your favorite sports team?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it because like when elections roll around, you're kind of like rah-rah for your guy.
Yeah.
And
but
I get it.
But these guys should be held accountable because they're representing us. And right now,
no,
I don't think many politicians are doing a dang good job.
They're representing themselves.
Yeah.
Then they go back and they go, well, I said this one thing, though, so vote for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting paid right now in the shutdown. Meanwhile, troops aren't. Meanwhile, VA stuff is really struggling.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Things like Swift and Snap maybe go away after a month.
Right.
People need that stuff.
Yeah. WIC, I think, was on the... It's within a week, I think, of going down. And for what? To prove a point?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
What's really going on?
I'm gonna play chess with your life.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I got millions of dollars. I don't care, right? Politician. I get paid by lobbyists all the time.
Yeah.
Awesome. You? Well, sure, you matter when the vote time comes around, but right now we're gonna prove a point. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. It's a risk I'm willing to take with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nonsense. The government should never shut down.
No.
If the one thing that they're supposed to be doing, they can't do.
It doesn't make sense to me. We're like trillions in debt.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at this point.
No. And
why shut down the government?
there was a great graphic one time, an interactive graphic, and you'd hover over a country. Then it was like, oh, $38 trillion in debt. To who? All these other countries. Guess what? All those countries in debt to all the other countries. It's
like what we
almost
talked
doesn't
about last
exist.
week.
Yes.
Hey, I like to deposit my check. Put some ones and zeros in my account for
exactly.
me. Would you? Thank you.
It's just code.
Yeah.
It's just binary.
I go to Stuff Mart and I'm like, oh, I need to get some laundry detergent. Hey, take some ones and zeros out of my account for me, would you?
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's wackadoodle. So we can also print that money.
Oh, you know how you
We can also
fix
make
not
that
having
money
enough money?
disappear.
Just print it. Okay. Doesn't lead to inflation or anything bad. It's fine.
I mean, a few years ago, during the CVID days, was the money printer was going brrr all day long.
Dude,
They had to keep that thing well-oiled.
I'd have loved to have been like the maintenance guy for that.
You get money,
'Cause
you get money, you get money.
I guarantee you he was working a lot of overtime because they're like, hey, we printed so much money, it broke down again.
Yeah. They're like, hey, Bob, guy in charge of the money printer machine, just take a few racks home with you tonight. You earned it.
Take a pallet.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this
You
point.
can cut them yourself at home.
Yeah.
It's fine. Insanity.
Yeah. Before we get to the next topic of mandatory digital IDs, while we're on the topic of Insurrection Act and National Guard and military, who are the National Guard right now that are being deployed because they're active per se? Are they getting paid? I would hope so. I don't think ICE is getting paid right now.
I don't know that the National Guard's getting paid right now.
I don't think they are.
No. I wouldn't think so. I think it applies across the board to...
And while I'm pulling this up...
Because I know the Army's not getting paid.
Chicago police are no longer responding to ICE situations.
That was a real mess the other day.
Right,
And
so-
they have the tapes of it, which then Chicago came out and they're like, well, no, it wasn't really that. And it's like, why try and cover stuff up? Seriously.
Hopefully this works. We're using the magic of technology right now. This is the Oregon National Guard general who says he's going to protect Oregonians and protesters, I believe.
Men and women they serve two purposes. One, to defend America, and two, to protect Oregonians. I don't want to speculate on what level of training they will be trained in or what they will be authorized to perform as far as rules for the use of force. The Title 10 headquarters will provide that training to them. It is my understanding, however, that protective crowd control will be one of the things they're trained upon. And so by serving in this mission, they will be protecting any protesters at the ICE facility. Oregon.
So here we have what it sounds like Oregon National Guard protecting Oregonians, Rule 1.
Rule 1.
Of course. Mission 2, protecting protesters around the ICE facility in Portland, is what that sounds like.
So you could potentially have a clash between ICE and National Guard?
Federal workers versus National Guard. But the National Guard during the Insurrection Act could be federalized. That would be federal on federal. I don't even know at this point.
It's gotten so far into bizarro world.
If that's not getting really close to civil war, I don't know what is. I hope things stay peaceful. I think they've been pretty peaceful in Portland. I haven't seen any difference. Chicago is getting a little out of hand.
But again, is it like I see the news? Is that a broader scope, or is that a very finite?
I mean, it's easy to get a certain angle.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really easy to take a clip and take that really out of context. So we really got to be careful with that.
So if anybody's in Chicago, are you seeing this stuff?
I mean, last week we talked about, was it you and I that were talking about the frog that got maced?
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find that clip really quick here.
I don't know. Did we talk about it on the show or did we talk about it just offline?
I don't know.
Yeah. But it's got to a point. Everybody needs to just calm the hell down. Like, just ease up. Touch grass. Go do something.
Oh, we got a nice...
We get an ad.
I'm going to also mute the volume here because these are dance parties / demonstrations, and I don't want music to be played on the channel.
Right.
So,
don't want to get shut down on it.
So here we go. I'm going to try to share this here. You will give me 1 second.
Magic of technology.
So no audio here, but the Frog and the Among Us guy are doing some questionable things with Mr. Blow Up America Pants. But that sounded awful. That came out way wrong. Showing off his air vent.
Yeah, his frogginess.
Oh, never actually saw that person's face. I'm going to skip through here. Hopefully this is the video I was looking at. Okay, so we have some protesters here.
Little clash.
Frog also doing some questionable things in protest. So these guys are already spraying OC, shooting pepper balls. They're backing up, retreating. Where is this?
It's gotta be.
Oh, yeah. Watch, this is not the right video. I think someone...
How many other frog videos are there?
There can't be many. Yeah, here it is. We could have just watched this clip here. Let me take off the volume here. Okay, maybe. So
it's a whole different level when you're macing a frog.
Right there. Security force or police right there come up and OC spray right into the vent.
Yep.
That is a bad day, my friends.
And you're trapped in there with it. It's bad enough when you're like in open air.
Yeah.
You're stuck in the frog suit.
Yeah. You can't escape that very fast.
No. I'd be cutting
just
it off.
Ripping through that thing.
Totally. With your web fingers.
Let's go through another fun topic since we're already unleashing politics tonight. Antifa. In a way, I would hope a lot of us are Antifa, anti-fascist. However, it's being proposed that Antifa is now a terrorist organization.
Right.
To me, it's not an organization, but is it? Like, is there something happening I don't know about that there's like now a ringleader of Antifa and people in charge calling the shots?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
I mean,
it's not like...
There are groups that call themselves Antifa.
Right.
Is it like anonymous? There's no like mastermind that you can pin down.
I would point a finger at one person that funds a lot of it.
I think he's being looked into right now.
Yeah, he gets people money and riled up, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, who isn't anti-fascist, right?
Right.
But that's not
everyone
really what they're doing.
in the U.S. that went to World War II.
Right.
Anti-fascist.
Right.
Definitely.
So yeah, you should be anti-fascist. That's not what Antifa necessarily stands for or does.
And that's where I'm kind of lost on.
Right. Because, I don't want a fascist.
Right.
You don't want a fascist.
Right.
You people out there don't want a fascist. So we're anti-fascist. But I am not Antifa.
Right.
Because they're more like we're just showing up and ruining the rights party day.
Okay.
More than anything.
Yeah, so both sides should definitely have their right to free speech.
100%.
The right to demonstrate peacefully.
You should always be...
Without burning down the city.
Right. You can always open your mouth and prove how stupid you are. I totally agree with that.
All right. Moving down the list. We already talked about the narco boats, Colombia being blown up.
Which, by the way, I wanted to pay attention to, and then I got 500 other things going on. But what did they make a determination if that's even legal? If we can blow up boats? They're in international water, so it's like,
War Def, whatever his title is now, War Commander in Chief,
right?
says Hegseth said they don't need authorization. They are the authorization, and they'll take out any threat necessary. If those are legitimate drugs heading to the United States,
I honestly don't have a problem with it.
I say stop them.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So we stop them. Then we bring them here. Then we house them for 7 years before they can get a court date. Then, I mean, it's you're doing something bad like that. Bad things happen if you do bad things.
I agree. So,
and I'm not, if you're the leader and you're like, hey, you get on this boat, I'd be like, nah, I am not.
I am not
doing that.
A lot less people will want to do that now.
Right.
What I will say is, say that's fentanyl coming in, and say they have a lot of fentanyl,
and it gets in the
water. How
water?
many millions of people can that fentanyl potentially kill?
All of them.
What's the difference between that boat and an ICBM coming towards Wyoming?
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, not much.
Not much.
So in this case, if it truly is drugs on there, blow it out of the water.
Blow it out of the water. The only thing that I do worry about is fentanyl shark. Like, I mean, how much, and I'm not like Mr. Greenpeace activist guy, but
we just had 2 tornadoes down there in the area.
Yeah.
That could have been Sharknado.
It could have been.
Sharknado 2 or 3.
Cocaine Sharknado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much worse Sharknado.
But that's my whole thing is like, dude, what's that doing to the water? What's that doing to the fish population and stuff in those areas? Maybe the ocean's so big it like cleans itself pretty quickly.
They've never swam so hard in their life.
Right.
That's where Little Nemo and all that came from.
Right.
Right now, a lot of things are the highest price we've ever seen. Jobs aren't giving raises left and right. People are getting laid off. Unhappy people, then they turn to politics, then they turn into like unhappy people in general.
Right.
Radicalized by whatever side. I think we are dangerously close. And like, again, just to repeat it, outside influence is a danger to me right now.
Oh, 100%.
In the United States.
100%. If I were a foreign adversary, I would be real interested in what's going on. Like, real interested.
Right.
Not to mention, if I were a super outside influence riding in on a comet, I'd be super interested in what's going on.
Yeah. Now, we talked about the Oregon National Guard. Now, let's get into Stephen Miller. This was a bizarre conversation. Now, I will say that I completely messed up. When I first saw this clip, I thought he said, actually, we'll watch the clip and I'll get to what he said, but I misheard it.
Okay.
And then I thought he was like, oh, I screwed up. I'm going to pause. And then I was like, dude, are you having a stroke? Or like, are you literally okay right now? Let's take a look at this footage here.
Thank you so much for joining us, by the way. You've called the district judge's ruling blocking the deployment of National Guard in Oregon legal insurrection. Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen? Stephen?
Steven.
Hey, Stephen, can you hear me? It seemed, Stephen, I apologize.
He was really good with his micro expressions there. He didn't have any like, sinister smile.
Right.
There was a little bit happening here. That guy, just backing up real quick, I don't know a whole lot about him. I haven't really watched too much of him. This guy gives me odd vibes.
Stephen Miller?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've
watched a lot of him.
I don't know.
He's very willing to share his opinion and information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, outside of what we talk about here, I'm not huge into politics. I'm very upset with all sides right now.
I know. I have a degree in it.
This guy, it's just...
has plenary authority.
So when he said
Plenary
authority, which I'm not going to lie, I had to like look that up. But at first, when he said that, I thought he misspoke and was trying to say plenty authority.
Oh, plenty of
authority.
I have plenty of authority.
And he was like, and he did a me. He was like plenary authority.
Right.
Like I do all the time.
Don't question my authority.
And then he was like, I said too much. Power off.
Stephen?
Like sleep mode.
He's just an optimist
Stephen?
robot. Nice.
Like I just made a mistake. I'm just gonna pause.
Hey, Stephen, can you hear me?
Well, and see what's weird about this clip.
Or did CNN cut him off?
That's
Sorry,
what I was wondering. Is like, did they cut him off? Did they cut that?
It seemed,
feed?
Stephen, I apologize.
Because
It
they
seems
didn't
like
want to hear what he had to say coming up next.
And
It's gonna rattle our base
technology fails me all
the time.
all the time. So
I'm actually surprised that this is working.
is it? Maybe we're talking to nobody.
To the camera. That's it. That's all we got.
Let's see here.
It was weird. I don't believe it. You know, if you watch the other show I'm on, I don't believe in coincidence. Like
Yeah.
the fact that it dropped right then does not seem coincidental. Something else was at play. For
Okay.
sure.
So in case you don't know, and you were like me, plenary. I can't even say it. I mean,
Plenary.
here, let me just power down real quick. We lost connection. The authority is broad and effectively limitless power of a single government or the unrestricted power of the government branches, departments, or officials over particular operations. In the United States, government branches, departments, and officials exercise the authority over jurisdictions assigned to them by the U.S. Constitution. This level of autonomy is granted in form of specific powers to all three branches of the government. I will say something I shouldn't say I'm not a fan of. Something that raises my Civil War flag or my this doesn't seem right flag is, yes, I understand we need to get bad people that are here illegally gone, right? Right now, other than a few mayors and a few judges, the executive branch and Trump specifically seem to be steamrolling everything. And I'm not against Trump.
Right. But it was like the Doge thing,
Yeah.
right? Like
Doge just went in and was like,
I'm not against
whatever.
slashing and burning where it needs to happen.
Yeah.
But you can't take an axe to neurosurgery, right? I mean, it doesn't go well. So you can't just steamroll everything, or it's all bad, it's all got to go.
Yeah.
Or we need all the power, all of it. Because unlimited power
Yes.
leads to bad things.
It really does.
Even if you have, if you said, okay, you have unlimited power, you can do whatever you want, I'd be like, oh, cool. I'm going to fix homelessness, fix, starving people, do all this. But over time,
When in history has that ever been a great thing?
When at some point in time, though, you go, well, let's just,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Fort Knox and I'm going to take some gold because I can, because I have unlimited power. And then it just rolls into this horrible super ego thing.
I can't think of one time in history. Let me know, crew, if you can. one time in history where unlimited power for a leader worked out for anybody.
Is a dictatorship.
Yeah.
That's
and we're not saying that's what's happening right now.
No.
That does raise that little pay attention to that.
Pause.
Yeah.
Because of history.
Mm-hmm.
But Saddam Hussein.
Yep.
Muammar Gaddafi.
Little Kim.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't work out well for the people around.
No.
I mean, not even for the people that are close to those people.
There's the failed artist.
Yeah.
Mustache Man.
Yeah.
That didn't work out very well.
It didn't work out real great.
Mussolini.
Yeah. Pol Pot.
Yeah.
I mean, it does not go well. But here's the crazy thing. Tying it back to Civil War, what do you usually end up with after a civil war? A dictator. Usually. Look at Look, Cambodia. Italy. There's enough fighting, and then all of a sudden a strong person shows up, and you're like, you got to take care of us, man. Chef, you're the only guy that can do this job. And you're like, yeah, okay. And so you do. And then you're like, well, now I run everything, and I'm going to run everything for as long as I'm running everything.
So just that one piece of information wouldn't bother me. But what keeps on raising my flag is we're just joking. I'm actually running for a third term, which is technically my fourth term because I won the second election technically.
I mean,
I struggle with that one.
I do too. And if you had plenary power, you probably could do it, I guess. I don't know. You can't really suspend the Constitution, though. But if it's unlimited, can you?
Unlimited anything is not good.
It's not good. Unlimited water is drowning.
Yeah.
It's not good. But
we're human beings.
Right.
We're not that great sometimes.
No, we're not that great to each other sometimes. But if you had that kind of power, and say about Trump what you will, I mean, I personally am a fan. I mean,
right.
I voted
and that's
for
okay.
him,
Yeah,
and I did before, but man, he's a great troll. Because the 2028 thing, when that video of Hakeem Jeffries and the other guy came out with the hats,
and he was sending those to Newsom,
right?
Yeah,
but they showed up because they're like, "Well, say it to our faces," and he offered them each a Trump 2028 hat.
Yeah,
dude, huge troll, super funny, I thought. But no matter how much I like him and align with a lot of that stuff, unlimited unchecked power is not good in anyone's hands.
No.
So, no.
That is, I don't know if you saw it. It turned out to be more of an artsy film. I actually ended up liking it because I do video and photos and stuff like that, journalism, or used to do journalism. But Civil War, the movie, did you ever see it?
I did. I felt it was mislabeled. I liked it.
It should have been called Civil War.
I was waiting for like more Civil War, I guess.
I thought the whole thing was going to be action. It wasn't.
No.
But I understand it.
And it was good.
The beginning of the movie, I'm not spoiling anything here. The beginning of the movie is starting off with a president that is talking about I'm taking powers, and now I believe it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I am now taking on a third term.
Mm-hmm.
And a few of the states are like, excuse me? No, you're not.
Right.
And then a few of the states are like, oh, yeah, he is. And that's the premise of the movie. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I think worth a watch. It's very graphic, so if you do not watch it with young ones.
Don't have the kids. Hey, kids, movie night.
Movie night. We're going to watch Civil War. It's not Civil War like Marvel Civil War.
Right.
Captain America. It's so hard. Is Trump actually playing 12D chess and trolling people and making things happen and actually doing the good for us, and we don't actually know, and everything's a big cover-up, and this ICE stuff is just us going in and getting terrorists that shouldn't be here? I mean, I've heard it all. and I don't know.
There's the conspiracies abound.
One thing we talk about politics very carefully here on this channel, but one thing I don't want politics to ever do is divide us as a country, which it already is.
It already
but,
has.
But specifically,
That's so crazy.
Divide us as a channel.
No.
Like Mama
Absolutely
D
not.
says in our channel, everyone's welcome to the table. I say that all the time. Just don't be a jerk. I don't care what side you're on. Just be nice.
It literally is the Jimmy Fallon approach, right?
Yeah.
Be a Democrat, be a Republican, just don't be a bleep. Because
Exactly.
I will talk to anybody about it.
Yeah.
And hold no animosity. Like, I literally have somebody that has a severe case of TDS. And no matter what it is, man, I don't like, there's some clouds in the sky today. There's fault. And I'm like, settle down. Like,
Yeah.
why are you so triggered? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And I will talk to him about it. And I have no problem with that. But I don't necessarily get that reciprocated to me, which I find interesting because it seems more and more that way to me, at least. Maybe it's me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my abrasive personality.
Maybe it's the tinfoil's wearing off.
Usually.
Mama D's in chat. Hey, Mama D, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, I quote you quite often, Mama D. I really love that about Mama D. She's been awesome in the channel. And that's her motto. She's like, everyone's welcome to dinner at my table.
100%.
Just don't be a jerk.
100%.
Be polite. Use your manners.
And I've said forever, like, I literally don't care about race, color, creed, whatever. If you want to be, express yourself in whatever way, that's great. Just don't be a turd.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I really don't care. It's your life. Live it how you want to. Just don't be a jerk. Don't push it on me.
Don't push it on my kids.
Don't push it on anybody.
That'll get real hot real quick.
Yeah. But just don't push it on anyone.
Yeah.
You want to do whatever you're doing?
Believe in whoever you want.
Awesome.
If you love and pray to the spaghetti monster at night,
Great.
sounds great. I'm not going
It's not
to.
for me.
Yeah, but feel free.
If you want to,
Yeah.
fine.
What else do we have before we talk about the Civil War some more?
Big list of things.
How would that... I don't see Democrats right now. I mean, of course they're opposed to it, but I don't see more than like video stuff happening. I don't see a lot.
No.
I do like the two-party system. I don't want just the right or like conservatives, then you have MAGA. It's over all on the right. I think we need checks and balances. I think we need different branches of the government, and I think we do need a multi-party system.
Absolutely.
I am concerned for the Democrats right now.
They don't have anybody.
There's no one stepping up. I mean, the closest person right now that I know of is Newsom.
And AOC.
And Newsom, I think we spoke about this offline and online, has been pressured to like, hey, repeal some of your gun laws to protect your own state. That would boost his numbers. I've talked to people in California. They're like, I would vote for him if that happened.
Yeah, I got a whole different thing with him. But
That's okay.
I mean, I don't trust. Oh, yeah. Do I trust any politician? Not necessarily. But I really don't trust him. I just get that smimey vibe off of him just because I don't trust what he says. I don't trust what he does. I guess that's the problem is my eyes are better than my ears. And everybody in a mask, da-da-da. But I'm going to go to the French Laundry and have a $1 trillion dinner when nobody else can go out. And none of them are doing it. I'm like, my BS meter goes off the
Whenever
scale.
it's rules for you and not for me is a problem for me as well.
So I held political office. We'll just call it that. And during that time, I was in office. And they're like, well, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do that. You know, you're going to have to get because there's over 100 employees, which what the heck was the difference? If you had 10 employees or 100, why anybody on 100 didn't have to do it? Like, the whole thing was wackadoo. But they were like, well, because the organization, the government, the body is over 100 people, got to get jabbed.
Right.
And I'm like, I'll resign. Like, that's my strong opinion on it. I don't want it.
And that's, as an American, your choice.
Right.
Your choice. People have fought and died for that choice.
100%.
Yeah.
They tell me, oh, no, you're an elected official. You don't have to.
Yeah.
But you have to make the rule that everyone else does. And I'm like, not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Bought it, struck it down, did a lot of other crazy things, the Free Our Faces meetings and the Free Breathers Society and whatever. But point being, I'm not going to sit up there and be like, yeah, you have to do it. And then like go home and be like, I don't have to get one. You know, show me. And now when you're showing me what Newsom has showed me, no thank you.
Lead through leadership. Lead
100%.
through, you're doing the same thing
The
as
highest
me.
rank that he should ever have, in my opinion, is governor of that state. That's it. That should end there.
See?
Not that I have a strong opinion on it.
Tim Harkness in chat says 60 votes in the Senate will open the government back up. So, just so everyone knows, and just in case you're just joining right now, we don't always talk politics. Tonight, it's hard to ignore.
It's hard to
what's
ignore,
going on
especially when
right
you're
now.
talking civil war, because that's what's going to lead to it, if it's going to.
Speaker of the House came out and said, well, I'm blaming the Democrats right now. They aren't budging on this. But my honest question is, someone that doesn't do politics usually, if the conservatives, right, MAGA, whatever, own the House, the Senate, and the seat of the president, how is this anyone else's problem but the right? I don't understand. That's a legit question.
Sure.
I really don't know.
No, I totally get that, but it has to pass by 2/3.
Okay.
The right doesn't control 2/3. They have a majority, but they don't have 2/3. If they did, oh man, that's when I was alive. I remember that much. When it was, I'd be remiss to tell you, when the right had the presidency, all the not all, but a majority, 2/3 majority
Bush
House,
Senior?
Senate. It might have been, and man, that's your unlimited power that you were talking about.
Yeah, and this was an honest question, because that part of politics, I understand the branches of the government, how they work, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I don't understand Senate, House,
Yep.
stuff
So
like that.
There's 60 in the Senate that are just basically sitting on it, not budging, not doing anything. And it depends on what side you're listening to, but the big chasm between the two is that the left wanted, I'm going to get the number wrong, it's billions, whatever. And this is just a continuing resolution. Like, this is just
Ongoing.
Here's what we've done in the past that these people, the 60, have voted for 13 other times. So it's literally a political ploy against the executive branch. That's how I'm reading it.
Okay.
Because they want billions, right? I want to say it's billions. I don't think it's trillions, billions
Help us out in chat, folks.
in healthcare that would go to illegals, which is illegal to do, happens all the time. And that's what the big holdup is. But they're saying, no, it's healthcare overall, da da da. Well, you know, you can slice that as thin as you want to, but it isn't worth WIC running out. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, whatever, not getting paid.
Don't mess with our troops.
Dude, that is where I draw the line.
Don't mess with our troops. I think our troops should get paid.
And why is there not
matter what.
a flippin' reserve of money sitting somewhere to fund at least that?
Yeah. Don't mess with our troops.
It's insane. It's insane.
Keep the kids fed,
Yeah,
healthy,
keep
educated.
the kids fed.
And don't mess with our troops.
Don't mess with our troops. And or if this happens, I think there should be some sort of a law. The debt doesn't go away, but troops, I mean, they've got bills to pay. They're people. You don't have to pay them.
Yeah.
Well, the government shut down. I mean, that's just how I'd say, no, you got to freeze interest on it. And when the government reopens, start it up again.
The tax people, I'm just drawing a blank right
IRS?
now. IRS, they just furloughed half of their workforce.
Uh-huh. Are you still paying taxes?
We're going to have to. I mean,
they didn't shut that part down.
right?
No, they won't shut that part down. So they're collecting. They're just not giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's taking all those taxes and checking those, right?
Right.
AI?
Oh, man. It'd be a great time if you were in.
Don't get me
an
started on
embezzler.
taxes.
Oh,
Oh, my
don't get me
gosh.
started on taxes either, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's all bad. Flat tax. I mean, who was that? Forbes? No. Ross Perot? Somebody back in the day.
Ross Perot. I haven't heard that name in
Right?
a while.
And what's wrong with that? I would totally be down for that.
Mm-hmm.
Seems very fair.
Bringing us back to Civil War, plausible things that could happen. What could actually happen? Government continues to shut down. People get more pissed off. When you can't feed your kids,
exactly.
you go to the streets.
You will go find someone with food and take it.
Yes. National Guards in big cities.
Mm-hmm.
National Guard is now protecting people in those cities against federal workers. All right now, if you watch like V for Vendetta, one of the glimpses, the little time lapses that happen is a little girl that gets hurt.
Right.
In one of the scenes, police, National Guard, whatever they are in the totalitarian government, and theoretically in that movie, versus the civilians, that's the spark. Right now, we have all these troops. Now, possibly troops on troops, which I haven't seen yet.
No.
I mean, they
not
talked
yet.
about it. But right now, it takes an accident on either side for things to get real hot real fast.
Well, and you know,
or an outside government.
or a staged event.
So I was going to get to that. Let's tinfoil hats. Give me some tinfoil hat emojis in chat. Right now, here's Conspiracy Frost. I would be on the lookout of a Reichstag moment, a false flag.
False flag.
Some event that's going to really pull at your heartstrings
Uh-huh.
to bring us together or to separate us. And if it separate us, look at those other countries
Right.
right now.
100%.
I mean, we just bombed the heck out of the IRGC.
Mm-hmm.
Not a word.
No.
Not a word. But IRGC in the past has used Venezuelan gangs
Right.
for drug movements.
Yeah. 100%.
So
It's
Big yikes.
There's a lot of stuff that if you're paying attention to it, you're like, ooh, that's a spark. That's a spark. There's a gas can.
I mean, the world is a tinderbox right now, but specifically, everyone's watching the United States going, ooh, ooh. I mean, there's that one. He has black, long, curly hair. He used to work for the CIA, and so did his wife. A couple years back, he's like, hey, I'm leaving the United States before 2026. And everyone's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You work for the CIA, blah, blah. He's like, trust me, bro.
Right.
I'm getting out before
See, and
2026.
when he first kind of hit the scene,
Yeah.
I was super enthralled because I'm like, oh man, this is something. But then the more I saw him, the more I almost put him in the same camp with Lou Elizondo, right? With UFOs and stuff, where I'm like, are you a plant? Are you a mirage, man? Are you just telling these fantastical stories to get views or whatever? Because some of it I was like, again, in the beginning, I'm very intrigued, but then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can believe everything.
Explain Mirage Man real quick for people that don't know.
So way back when, especially like around Bob Lazar time,
Mm-hmm.
MUFON and some of those organizations start cropping up because the government wasn't going to say anything, right? So they would start doing independent investigations.
Everything was always super secret,
super
top squirrel.
secret. So people like Linda Moulton Howell and all these people formed organizations to do their own independent UFO research. And they would have conventions. CIA caught wind of it. They'd send you there as a UFO person.
And I would be wacky.
And come out with wacky
like
things.
Pink elephants are on the moon, folks.
And they took me on a spaceship and we lived on planet Serpo for 9 years.
Everything, yeah.
And then they brought me back and da-da-da. So they would tell all these fantastical stories that were not true and get all the people spun up about these things. And then years later, they would go back. And now some of those absolute fake stories were almost like biblical in the UFO book. And one guy even said, he was like, I sat there and listened to like 4 or 5 different theories. And I'm like, oh yeah, I spread that one.
Yeah,
yep, that was mine. So he was just a mirage man. He was not one of them. They accepted him as though he was, and he totally derailed and made it until recently. If you talked about UFOs, you were a wacko.
And now we're having congressional meetings on it.
Absolutely. Again, I said it last week. What's the difference between a conspiracy theory and reality? About 6 months, maybe 4 years.
So recapping, going back to Civil War or collapse. I'm more in, when we talk about collapse, I'm more of I thought the collapse a few years ago would be like, oh my gosh, like we're going to turn on the TV and the stock market's going to tank and this is going to happen and the power's going to go off and trash workers aren't going to work. Now I'm like, I think that collapse might go out with a whimper and it might be kind of boring. Yeah. Boring for a long time.
Right.
Are we in the collapse?
The collapse is the government just doesn't come back.
Yeah. What happens then? People stop getting paid?
Yeah, those people would be out of work, right?
Cops stop going to work.
There is no welfare.
This will be the collapse part specifically will be another show.
Right. But that's where it isn't necessarily collapse like San Andreas Fault thriller movie. It's more like just societal collapse.
So right now, with everything going on, is the meter towards Civil War? Is the meter towards collapse? Or is the meter towards just conspiracy? Let us know what you think, Recon Crew, in chat. So tell us conspiracy. Tell us if you think it's collapse. Tell us
Civil War. Or everything's just hunky-dory.
Or you're just going about living your best life, which I envy you if that's you.
See, but here's a crazy part. Again, it's very based on geography, I think. Because I personally don't worry at all. When I get up in the morning, the sun's coming up, drinking some coffee,
beautiful
working out.
Sunset this morning.
So great. I don't worry about locking my car. I don't worry about, am I safe driving to work? I don't worry if I left here tonight and I go to the store, I'm not scared of the parking lot. I'm not scared of the store I'm going into or the people that are in there.
Where we live, you can live in the green. We'll talk about one of these nights in this podcast of, not this podcast, but the show, green, yellow, orange, red.
Take me and plop me in Houston, right? We were just down there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not leaving here and going downtown to a store.
Leaving your car unlocked.
Leaving my car unlocked. Feeling like, I can just walk in and do whatever I want. Because worst thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to trap me for 20 minutes and want to talk conspiracies. I'm not doing it down there. Now, in pockets around there,
you're gray man.
maybe. I'm just no man because I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm locking my car. I'm setting the alarm on the house. I'm doing all the things. Here, I don't worry about it. And that's why I'm here. Because I don't function well. I function well in those places. I'm not going to live in those places.
Yeah.
I will go to California and I will go surfing.
Yeah.
I am not living there.
That's one of the reasons I moved away from Portland was I got tired of playing Mario Kart on the way to work every day.
Right. 100%.
I really did.
There is no rush hour. It's all day.
It's all day long.
All day.
Silent Flash says, conspiracy, in my honest opinion, there are those who would like to fund a civil war.
No, 100%.
Very true.
100%.
Very true. Tim Harkness asks, have you ever read Atlas Shrugged? Anyone? I have not.
I have. And there was a Tom Hanks movie?
Was
that
there?
right?
Was there?
I think there was. So if you're not into reading, you can just sit there and veg out and watch it.
Austin says, conspiracy. I'm just confused about or at how the Civil War would be fought. I think that's a really great comment and statement. The Civil War, if it were to happen, I don't think would look anything like the Civil War one. Honestly,
No.
you might not even understand that you're in a war. I think there would be pockets of violence.
There'd be pockets. Yeah.
It's not going to be like, well, everyone go out with a blue shirt on or a red shirt. Grab your forks and knives. It's time to go to war.
Right. Well, but that's, because we've kind of teased about this before, is what does that look like? Because you have the left that is anti-gun and doesn't like anything.
Not anymore.
Well, I know, which is weird that that's changing. But then you got the right that's
Loading
like,
up.
there's how many million guns in America and how many people?
Ooh.
Like 600 million guns and
Yeah.
400 and
Guns outnumber people by like a huge
well, yeah. I mean,
number.
Yeah.
And that's why not many countries would even think about invading the United States properly.
right. Yeah, it's not going to be a Red Dawn moment.
Yeah.
But so what does that look like? You show up with your hunting knife and I show up with an AK-47.
Yeah.
It's not going to go real well for one side, probably. So I don't know that it's necessarily that as much as it would be government against people or certain sects of society.
Would
against
it
the
be
other.
like that movie, National Guard representing that state, and then people that want to join that movement and then fighting,
Potentially.
seceding, hey, I'm no longer. Who was it? It was not was it Massachusetts? I can't remember. Help me out here, folks. They said if we continue down this path, we're no longer sending in our federal taxes money.
Oh, who was that?
Yeah, it wasn't
Massachusetts? No, I don't know. I don't remember who that was.
Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, that's now tipping the scales
Right.
here of possible civil war.
Well, and
don't get me wrong, I do not want a civil war. I hate when Americans
I don't want taxes
hate
though either,
other
so.
Americans.
But that's interesting that you bring that up because there is that tipping point, though, of states not being stately neighbors, right? Because
Right.
what is a giant federal offense right now? Marijuana.
I thought you
There's
were going to
states-
say burning a flag.
Well, that too. But there's states that were like, we don't care. We're legalizing it.
Even though federally it's still illegal.
Right.
Okay. I'm tracking.
When all of a sudden you have that shift of not even necessarily of power, but more of a static shift
Yeah.
of states now going, well, 10th Amendment, we'll govern ourselves. We're making pot legal. And the feds are like, well, you can't. It's federally illegal. They go, well, it's okay. Well, at what point, though, does that stop? Does it go, I'm not sending in my taxes. I'm not this. I'm not that. Could that spark it off? Potentially. Could that spark off where the Fed then goes, okay, state, we're sending our people there?
Ooh.
That I think is where it comes
That could
from.
be a problem. Yeah, I don't think people, because again, you said like 80% of people are in the middle, right? Are very here. Civil war happens. Those people aren't leaving their house.
Right.
So, one, be prepared. Two,
always be prepared.
Don't.
Because it doesn't have to be a civil war. It could be a tornado. It could be it snowed 5 feet and you can't get out. Always be prepared.
Yeah.
Always have stuff. Because you don't want to be that guy that's like, okay, I'm going to go raid the neighbor's house.
Now, us versus government, not left versus right. Who could win if this government shutdown continues? People get upset. We have pockets of violence, civil war or not, whatever you want to call it. Who gains to benefit from this? That I do not know. Because you really always have to look who's benefiting from whatever disaster. And also, out of many playbooks, don't let a good disaster go to waste.
Right. 100%. You cannot. Because that's where the money is to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter about the collateral damage.
Yeah.
It's the people that have that power-hungry mentality don't care about you and I at all. We are pawns in their game.
Yeah, we are just fodder. Backing up about 1 minute, I think every time someone says shift, I have to take a drink of sparkling water. That would be funny. A silent flash says, Civil war on ideology at protest as opposed to local, by the way. I believe pot made crypto because weed businesses don't want feds draining their business bank accounts. I can see that. My only, and I do think you're right. Major crypto like Bitcoin is not anonymous like people think it is.
Right.
Those ledgers are pretty open.
Monero, is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
That's like super sketchy. The sender encrypted, the transmission encrypted, the receiver encrypted. So that, and really mainly the only people that use that are doing some sketchy stuff. 100%.
Silent Flash says Soros benefits on destroying governments economically.
So when I said the one guy, that was the name.
Lamb Chop says shift, shift, shift.
Perfect.
So here comes the Sprudelwasser, sparkling water. Fried Potatoes says, what a rebel. It's water.
Yeah,
I know.
right.
We're going hard tonight with the Liquid Death, a cherry obituary
Oh,
in the studio. So in case you were wondering, shout out non-sponsored.
Non-sponsored Liquid Death.
Yeah. Man, I would hate to see it. I really don't want to see Americans versus Americans in any fashion, but I think it's something that we have to start paying attention to and tracking when we hear news like, ooh, what is going on here? So thank you to everyone that took part in that poll today.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I don't know that we'll see it in our lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost seems like the natural genesis of things in a weird way.
And on another night, because we're already an hour and a half into this, I would like to go over to the rise and fall and have maybe somebody smarter than me, or maybe if this is something that you know more than me about, is the rise and fall of countries and people. Ours, if you look at the history of things, United States would be on a decline if everything went to an order, and then China and countries would be on the rise again.
Right.
I've watched YouTube videos about that. I personally don't know a whole lot, and that's why I do these. I'm not the expert coming to you on any of this stuff. I come to you humbly, and I want to learn more so we can learn together. We can go down this adventure together. Fried Potato said, not a sponsor yet.
Yet.
Thank you.
The power of yet.
Tim Harkness says, LOL, even Williams. Okay. Tim knows a good time. All right.
Right.
What did we not cover as far as Civil War? What would you say if if you had to give me an answer in 5 seconds, do you see the Civil War in the next 2026?
No.
Neither do I.
I think we're closer than we've ever been in my lifetime,
Yeah.
but I don't think we're going to see it.
I would say we would have a full conflict with another mighty nation before we had a civil war. I hope. I don't want another conflict at all.
I don't think we want any conflict.
I don't.
Because it's so crazy because, I mean, like, yeah, we had airplanes and submarines back in the day during wars. Now we have all kinds of really bad stuff, and it doesn't end well for anyone. And if it gets to that point, it's over.
I remember reading about the Cuban Missile Crisis, and that was one of the worst things that happened. Now that's a Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, oh, that's nothing compared to what we're doing now.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to the Tomahawks, we are sending Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine.
But he's making them buy them, right? I think he's making them buy them.
Oh, the U.S.
Yeah.
and allies and people own the minerals forever.
Right.
In perpetuity of Ukraine.
Right.
We knew that before the war started. I mean, it's kind of like Ukraine is wearing a little symbol of the United States under it.
Yeah. But I'm like, I get it. I mean, look at Tony Stark. Iron Man made all of his money in defense contracts, right? I get it. We can sell them to whoever wants to buy them. That's fine. But when we were just giving them stuff, I'm like, how are we not being considered hot in this war?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. We're sending them, we're funding them, we're giving them the intel, we're giving them the targeting information, yet it's just another proxy
We're
war.
uninvolved.
But I did get really confused, and we're way off topic. We're wrapping up the show here, folks. What I did get confused is where Zelensky, bad man, Ukraine, we don't want any part of it.
Right.
But now we're like, Tomahawk missiles, you got it. What else do you need, buddy?
Right.
Yeah. Very interesting.
It switched very quickly.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. But, if you have to back one of the bad guys, you say there's a fight. I don't like either of them, but I got to help one of them. Well, I'm going to pick the one that is probably the least dangerous to me.
I don't know the distance and timelines and stuff like that, but a long time ago was Russia is going to make a large, bold statement of back off.
Right. Well, and the whole thing kind of kicked off because he wanted to be in NATO. And Putin didn't want any NATO countries bordering Russia. I believe that was one of the things that kind of kicked the whole thing off.
So next time, I'd like to talk a little bit more about Ukraine, Russia, but I think our topic next time will be the military-industrial complex.
Ooh.
And
so get your snacks because it'll be a long one.
Yeah, I might just
because that's a lot.
Bring a comfier chair.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, so next time I believe we'll talk offline, but that might be our topic, depending on what's going on in the world between here and there. And
which that's a whole week.
Who's really in charge of
happen.
everything and contracts and money wise and keeping everything going? Could it be the military industrial complex? Is that a thing? We'll find out next time on Static Shift. Thank you so much for everyone that was in here.
Yeah,
Fried Potatoes, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Thank you, mods, for keeping this place polite and friendly and welcoming.
If you haven't done it, lizard mash all of the buttons.
Just press all the buttons on your keyboard that help us out. I'm not sure which ones those are. We super appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know why you haven't and you're still here.
So I'm super guilty of this. I will go on YouTube and I will watch people and I'm like, these guys are great. And I just don't think about it. I don't subscribe. I don't hit like. I don't hit the notification bell until they mention it. And then I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I? So Do it.
47% of you are not subscribed, but you come here all the time. So
just hit the button.
just hit the button already.
Hit the button. Drive it up in the algorithm. Make more people aware of what's going on. Because there's a huge sect of society that have no idea any of this is going on.
During this outro that is very extended, I also want to give a big shout out. We have another member of our shift family. Didn't actually take a drink there. I'm out.
It's gone.
So Mind Shift. Last week. We talked about Swiller joining with his Intel shift, which more to follow on that. He's going to have a deep dive into some of the stuff that we cover, but like really a lot more. Swiller's got a lot of information in his huge brain. We have Mind Shift, which is quite the opposite of what we do on both of these other channels. We're kind of one big entity, different channels, different owners, but one kind of group, right? Mind Shift actually is joining in, and we'll follow up on that a little bit more, but it's going to be more positive messages and putting positive energy out there of relaxing videos that are like, hey, are you having a bad day? Well, you're doing a good job. Right. And you know what? And especially as guys, we don't hear that a whole lot. I think that's great for women and men. And some positive in the world right now, I don't think you can go wrong. Especially with all the hard times and people that are having hard times. I think some positivity is going to be very beneficial.
Needed. Yeah.
If you go to the Static Shift homepage of YouTube, click our icon, you'll see channel friends there, part of the Shift network, and you'll see both of those. You can go subscribe, and again, we'll give more information very soon. And that's it for the night. I really appreciate you being here.
Check out the collab, right? The collaborations.
The collaborations, Jackalopes Explorer.
Like, subscribe there. Lizard, all the things.
Yeah, which Havoc is over there as well.
That's where, if you want to get into some conspiracy stuff, that's where it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we briefly talk about UFOs, conspiracies, all that, but that's really where that stuff is crazy. I've also been a guest host on there a few different times, but really just mash all the buttons, do all the things, and until we see you next time, if you give us your time like you did tonight, we won't let you down. So have a fantastic night, and